Okay, talk to a classmate. Did you get the same thing? Why? Why?
We got negative 30.
No, talk to a classmate. Why? Do you know why?
My name? Yes, I know why.
Good. What'd you get?
My name? Negative 10.
Why?
My gosh, they're recording us.
6 is a negative. Why is the answer negative answer?
My name's
Okay. What about the 5?
negative.
Positive or negative?
Positive.
It is positive. So why does that mean it's negative?
Because that one's negative.
Perfect. Perfect.
I don't know. Why did I? What did I die? He said it's not.
Yep.
What are those for?
We'll do that in advisor. That's today, actually. So be excited for that.
Yeah, Jim. Except for what?
All right. Cyprian, hood off. And what was your answer? 30? Cool. Justin, what was your answer? Why did you get a negative in front of the 30? The same thing as what? Oh, so that was the previous problem, right? So this is the same thing as the previous problem. Now, why does it not matter which one has the negative? Why is the answer the same? Eight. What is 2 times 3? 6. Sage, what is 3 times 2? 6. Why aren't these different answers? They're the same problem. So you're telling me that order doesn't matter when I multiply? Whoa. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Awesome. Okay, last problem. Remember, you have 10 seconds of silence to work it out on your own, and then you're going to talk to your classmate. Ready? Ready? Go! Okay, talk to a classmate. What'd you get? Okay, why not? Okay, the signs are the same. So which other problem that you did are the signs also the same?
So how did that change the problem?
No, positive. Because negative times negative equals positive.
So these have the same sign.
Basically, he said
Do the numbers have the same sign? So this one's negative and this one's...
you guys have
Oh, what about this one? And this one? What about this one? So these signs are the same, right? Because they're both positive. What was the answer here?
Oh,
The
Jesus!
answer's going to be here. So this one, the answer negative.
How did that change your product?
Because these signs are the same. How are these signs? What's this sign? This sign? Same or different? Same. Just like, so the answer is going to be positive. Cool. Okay. Which problem did this one most resemble? Okay. If you wrote them on top of one another, we had 1, 2, 3, and 4. Which problem that you have already done does this one most resemble? See? The top one. Okay, so I'm going to go back. Okay, did I go back all the way? Not quite. Why? I want someone else. Emily, why is this one the most similar?
Because positive times positive equals positive.
Okay, so weren't there some negative signs on the other one?
Yeah.
How's this one the most similar?
Because there's no negative sign. Same number.
Keisha, let's go with that. What do you mean by this, the same numbers? We have... Just talk until you know me. Sometimes that helps me. Keisha.
I guess, I don't know, if it's the same numbers, but they just have added a negative sign.
Okay. Which one did it add a negative sign to in the last problem?
The answer. Focus, I don't know.
Let's go with that, both.
Yeah.
So why, because there's a negative sign on both of the answers in the fourth one, is this one the most similar?
Because they are both positive.
They're both positive, which means
I knew
the
that.
signs on the factors here are the same or different. Okay?
Oh, wait, what?
So these are the factors, right? Factors are numbers that multiply together to make a product. So we have two numbers here that are multiplied together. Do they have the same sign or a different sign? Okay, so this one is positive or negative. This
Oh,
one's
I thought you
positive.
meant from a different one.
Oh, okay, no, yeah, I'm talking about this one. I'm sorry, that's my bad. So on this one, are they the same or different? And what about the fourth one? Same. So is the answer going to be positive or negative?
Positive.
Awesome. Okay. So the answer to the last one is 30. The answer is positive because both of the signs are the same. We're going to move on. I need a volunteer, please. Kasia and Nina, take responsibility for the side of the room that you were in. Pass these out, seal blue play. That means please in French.
I forgot. You want one?
Yes, please.
Where did Deb and Ned go? Where did Debbie go? Gee, yeah, for like an hour. I'm waiting on you. Hey, Mom, you stuck on yourself. My name didn't get on the board the whole period. Oh, can I forget?
Oh, thank you. Will you put that on my back table? Find the one that looks just like it and then smack it on top. Thank you.
Smacking it. Okay.
Okay, take a look at your paper. Let's go. Travis, will you read what comes right after remember?
Oh, look
Travis?
at it. Okay.
Okay, right now Travis has the floor. That means your voices are off in 3, 2, 1, go.
0.
Rectangle area equals length and width. Length and width are called the dimensions of the rectangle.
So Emily, in a rectangle, what are the dimensions? Take a look at what Travis just read and see if you can figure out what part of the rectangle we're talking about as the dimensions.
The length and width.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So, Amber, will you come up and indicate which one's the length and which one's the width in this rectangle? There may or may not be more than one possible answer. Come on up. As she's doing that, woo! Matthew, how do we find area? Look at what Travis read. See if you can figure it out.
Oh, I know. Should I know too?
That's good. Let Matthew figure out on his own. You guys are awesome. See if you can do it. I know you can. Times what? Length times width. And fortunately, we have Amber up here determining where length is and where width is. So what do you think, Amber? If you want it to be, that's absolutely right. The only thing is they must be adjacent. And adjacent, Matthew, who's sitting adjacent to you?
Me.
Only because you're sitting sideways. Remember, we need to face the front. If you're facing the front, who are you sitting adjacent to? Yep. You're sitting adjacent to Jasmine. Okay, so find two adjacent sides and label them length and width.
So like, wait, what?
The ones that it's like sides with like if me and Jasmine were behind each other. Like
Coach Nina. It's all you.
it's like
Me and Jaslyn, we have to be facing the same way. Like, I can't be adjacent to like the seat.
so I gotta like one up here and one.
I like that.
So you can write L for length and W for width.
Yeah.
Wouldn't this be length though?
Yeah.
Sure. Woo! That's so right. And how are opposite sides related, Aiden?
What?
How are opposite sides related in a rectangle?
I have a question.
So look what Amber did here. She gave you a hint. Okay? What do we have up here, Aiden? And here? So opposite sides are the same. Awesome. Okay. So what you are going to do, we know the area is length times width, and we know where length and width are in a rectangle. I'm going to give you an area, and I want you to find me possible dimensions. Possible dimensions. So any two sets of length and width that could make this area. Any questions before we get going that have to do with the problem? I'll get you after, okay? Your area for the first one is, so on number 1, where it says blank square units, you're going to write in 24 square units. Okay? Go! Probably could have done that a little bit better. You can write your dimensions in here, or you can draw your possible rectangles first. So if you were to draw your possible rectangles just like Amber did, instead of length and width, give me two numbers that could go on those sides that would multiply to equal 24.
Just on 1, 3, and 8.
Right now, go. That's awesome.
Where?
So dimension would be 3 times 8, and then you could draw the rectangle and do 3 on one side and 8 on the other.
Is there any other possible functions? That one's correct.
6 times 4, write it down. Awesome. Wow. Yes, you may. Perfect. And now draw me a rectangle that shows that it has dimensions 6 and 4. Okay, length and width 6 and 4.
You've got one.
Any other two numbers multiplied to equal 24? What are they? How many possible combinations of two numbers? Write it down. Write down all of them. Okay, cool. So, what two numbers? Awesome. So, oh Sheila, those are dimensions. If we multiply 12 times 2, that equals 24. Okay, so those could be our length and width. So write that down in your dimensions. Awesome. Are there any others? See if we can figure out another set of two numbers and multiply to equal 24. Amber? So, you came up with one option. Are there any other combinations of factors that would equal 24? When you multiply, there more? Keep looking, keep looking. I want you to find as many as you can and then tell me how many there were. Yo. Okay, so you found 3 times 8 equals 24. 2 times 4 equals 8. So what is our area in this circumstance?
I know that area.
Okay, so what's the area of this rectangle that we drew down here? Okay, so what we want to do is find only rectangles with an area of 24. So are there any other two numbers that could add up to 24?
I combine like this side and this side to get the area.
No, it's got to be multiplying in this circumstance because of the definition of area. It's length times width, not length plus width. Isn't that inconvenient? But let's stick with multiplication. So other two numbers.
Where you can draw it and label. So this is like for listing. This is wait. Okay, you think of two numbers that can times to get 24.
Going. Say 4. How many 4s do we
I don't know how this one.
26. 6 is 24.
Where are you?
I was just here about this in there, and then our numbers in here.
Well, wasn't 8 times 1?
What do you have there? How many options did you find?
Okay, so you can have a rectangle.
So you found 4 possible options.
So you probably technically see.
Well, where
So you
was
can draw one.
Fantastic! So you have 2 already. 3 times 8 and 4 times 6. write that next one down and try and find some more. Sure.
Find a super short eraser.
So how many have you found? Nice, another,
And then you
okay.
try it with 2. Basically, you're finding the factors.
I want you to take one more minute with this particular problem.
2 times what is 20?
Hint, there are 4 possible combinations of dimensions. 4. At least one person has already found all 4. Keep going.
That's
I found all 4.
12. Yeah.
Yo, crushing it.
What about if we did one, through a third one? If we did 20, 24 one side? 24 times
Okay,
what?
okay,
One.
so you got 3 times 8 and 8 times 3. How do those 2 problems relate to one?
And then just think about it. Actually, it's an even number, right?
One more, there's one more. Yeah, 3, yeah, it's got 3. One, 3 and something. 3, 3, 6.
4 times 6, 6 times 4. This order matters. No. So what you have here is 2 separate ones. Then you wrote them in different order.
21.
But you've already found 2 of the
There
possible
you go,
rectangles.
3 and 8. Please get down.
Are there any more sets of 2 numbers that you multiply together to equal 24?
You guys understand?
Yeah, I know what to do now.
Good.
Okay, bring it back in. 3, eyes on me in 2, voices off in 1. Okay. What is one set of factors that you came up with, Hoshila? 12 times 2. Raise your hand if you also came up with 12 times 2. If you're writing with one hand, you can use the other hand to indicate to me that you came up with 12 times 2. Cool. Awesome. Aiden, did you come up with another set of factors? What did you come up with? 4 times 6. Raise your hand if you came up with 4 times 6. Excellent. Excellent. Nice job. Justin, did you come up with another set of factors? Did you say that just a little bit louder? 3 times 8. Raise your hand if you also came up with this set of factors. There is one more, and I think it's the hardest. Raise your hand if you came up with it. Travis, what was your last factor?
24 times
Oh, 24 times 1. Okay, so let's go through quickly. Let me test my memory. 12 times 2, 3 times 8, 4 times 6, and then say that one more time, Travis.
12 times 1. Or 24 times 1.
All right. So, could I have a volunteer to come up and draw one of these on the board, please? Nina, draw whichever one you want, and make sure the dimensions are labeled as they should be. Kasia, how many sets of factors are possible? Awesome. Thank you very much. Beautiful rectangle, Nina. Why did you choose 3 on that side? Well, and how does 3 compare to 8? Smaller or bigger? Smaller, so the side should be shorter. You did a beautiful job. Thank you very much. Okay. Look at number 2. You are going to get a new area. Okay. And I don't want you to start solving yet. Don't start solving yet. Your new area, please write it down, is 15 square units. Okay. Take 5 seconds to write it down. 15 square units on number 2. Okay, so what's similar to 15 square units to 24? What's similar between these two? What is going to be the same in the way you're solving this problem? Matthew and Travis, make sure your attention is up here. Kasia has the floor. How did you solve the previous problem? What do you think about? Multiplication table. So you were looking at the multiplication table, and 24 was what in that multiplication table? So we have 2 factors in a multiplication problem, and we have the product. Which one is 24? It was the product. So what's 15 going to be? Also the product. Okay. Jazzy, this is a thinker. Do you think, with 15 square inches as your area, do you think that there will be more possible combinations of dimensions or less? More or less, and why? Less why? Think about it. Your brain went to less. Why do you think that was? What is it about the number 15 compared to the number 24 that makes you think there'll be less options?
Uneven?
Oh, so it's an odd number, not an even number. Why does that make you think there'll be less factors? Okay. What number, okay, raise your hand if you know this one. What number is 24 divisible by that no odd number could ever be? What's the difference between odd and even numbers? Nina?
You don't have, like, if you were going to comparison, your odd number would have 1, it would have pair.
Okay, so a pair being 2. Awesome. Now I want you to solve. Go. Get me all of the possible combinations of factors for 15. Go. Okay. Oh, you got one. You got one already. Holy smokes. All right, Matt. Are you missing a writing utensil? No, this works. Okay. Write down 15 square units. 15 square units. I should come up with factors. Awesome. Awesome. See? Beautiful. Okay, show me on your figures how many more seconds you need. 1 second. 1 Mississippi. Okay. Emily, what was one of your factors? Sets of factors. 3 times 5. Justin, what was another set of your factors? 3 times 5 and 15 times 1. Okay. Nito. 3 times 5 and 15 times 1. Okay. All right. I'm going to move you on to the next, and this is the last one we're going to get to today.
We're not going to get to number 4?
We're not going to get to number 4. All right. Write this down. 1 square unit. How many rectangles can you make? 1 square unit. Okay. This is your area. 1 square unit.
What is it?
1 square unit.
Oh.
Okay, write this down here. Make sure you write it down. What can you multiply together? You get 1. Woo! Nice. Oh, you can have the pencil.
I was done 5 seconds before you.
Nice. Awesome.
Yeah, I was already done.
Okay, so 1 square. 1 square.
That was done. I was done a year ago.
1 square.
I wrote it from times 1. I was listening.
Awesome. Raise your hand and tell me how many possible options. No, show me on your hand actually how many possible options you found. And Amber, what was it?
That's 2.
Okay. Voices up in 3, eyes on me in 2, and 1. Amber found that there was 1 option, 1 times 1. Raise your hand if you found more than 1 option.
Oh.
Awesome job today, guys. Put this in the basket. Everything else we worked on in your classwork and notes section. Put your binders away neatly, and then come back to your assigned seat silently. Go.